first of all, I want to thank the Cohen family uh, for making me be part of the Mets organization. Definitely, Steve, Alex, you guys make it possible. Uh, really excited, really to be here and to form part of this family. Definitely, I want to thank David and Mandy for have their times and explain me better how we can make these a winning franchise and keep growing and growing more and more. Definitely, I want to thank my family. They were the number ones. They were right there every day since day one, believing on me, cheering for me, and being there in every step that I take in my life. And definitely in one of the biggest ones that I just made. And I'm more than excited to share this with them and to move forward from here. Definitely thanks Scott for all the knowledge and everything that you gave me, all the information and stuff to help me out to go through all these stuff. And the Boras Corporation, you guys were amazing. I think you guys are the best of the best. Definitely, you aren't my agent anymore. You guys are my family still, and then we're gonna take it out all the way until I'm in my grave. So, really happy for that, and more than excited to be here and part of all this stuff.
Next, we'll hear from Juan Soto's attorney, Scott Boras.
Thank you. Our hope always is that you can provide a player with insight and information so that he can make the most informed decision. And Steve and Alex and Grandpa, Josh, I thank you all for letting Juan and his family know who you are, apart from the business of the game. David, great appreciation. Having done many of these, I know that this one was one that there was so much information that went to Juan and his family. I very much thank the Supreme Court of Soto, the family, for giving me the direction and providing Juan with the stability and the love so he could truly arrive at a decision that was in his heart. And that's great. As far as baseball, couldn't be happier. The game is your life, who this man is. He serves an example for every player, for everyone, of what you should do on and off the field, how you conduct yourself. And I'm so happy that he gets to do it in a forum that he so chooses, and one of this integrity. And I just can't wait for the next 15 years, maybe 20, that this goes to be an extraordinary relationship. Thank you.
At this time, we'll open it up for some questions. There are various microphones throughout the room. Please raise your hand. Our first question is from Steve Gelbs.
Juan, first of all, congratulations. You guys were just talking about all the information that came through. What, at the end of the day, pushed the Mets over the top? Why did you choose the Mets?
I mean, the Mets is a great organization, and what they have done in the past couple years, showing all the ability to keep winning, to keep growing a team, to try to grow a dynasty, is one of the most important things. Definitely, what you were seeing from the other side was unbelievable, and the bats and everything in the field and the future that this team has has a lot to do with my decision.
Next question is from Tony DeComo.
The question's for Steve. You've done a lot over the last 5 years to try to improve the reputation of this franchise. What does this move do in terms of achieving that?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a huge move. I think it's, just puts an accent on what we're trying to do. I mean, it just, like I said, it accelerates, our goal of winning championships. But more important, I think, I kind of said it in the locker room after one of our playoff victories that, my goal was to change how the Mets were reviewed, and I think we're really on the path of changing that. And we're never going to stop. We're always in a constant state of improvement. And but that's my goal. My goal is that the Mets are going to be a premier, one of the elite teams in Major League Baseball.
Enrique Rojas.
Juan Soto bring more Spanish to City Field. Juan, en español, primero lo que siente de ponerte la camiseta de los Mets y que finalmente sabe que va a estar con un equipo más allá de un año, más allá de una temporada.
Se siente muy bien formar parte de esta organización. Yo creo que, gracias a Dios, todo lo que hemos visto en los papeles y todo lo que nos enseñaron antes de fue muchas cosas buenas, muchas cosas positivas. Más que contento de formar parte de esto, de la dinastía que ellos quieren crear y para el futuro, ¿sabes? Son 15 años que estaremos aquí, si Dios lo permite, tratando de ganar los más campeonatos que se pueda y tratando de salir hacia adelante cada día más.
Enrique, pass the mic here.
Johnny Trujillo. Junior, además de la amabilidad de Steve Cohen, de Alex, Rafa que está aquí, Josh, de toda su familia, de David y por supuesto también de Scott. Parte de que tú llegaras aquí es porque lo que tú querías se te aceptó, pero además podríamos decir también que es la confraternidad, el intercambio que tú has tenido también con la diáspora, con los latinos, no solamente dominicanos aquí en Nueva York.
Yo creo que al final del día me han tratado demasiado bien la comunidad latina aquí en Nueva York. Ha sido un increíble trato. Desde el año pasado siempre estuvieron ahí dándome el apoyo, contento, siempre enseñándome, dándome el cariño, tú sabes. Somos dominicanos y nos sentimos bien de formar parte de eso. Yo creo que la ciudad de Nueva York es una de las mejores ciudades para una persona viniendo de la República Dominicana, porque el cariño y el aprecio que se da, y no solo la República Dominicana, sino cualquier latino, yo creo que tiene mucho que ver con la ciudad de Nueva York. Cada vez que llegan aquí se sienten bienvenidos y se sienten como en casa.
Tim Healy.
Juan, a couple of weeks ago when you met with the Mets for the first time, what impression did you get of them, and what did you think of Steve's house in L.A.?
The house is pretty nice. It's really, really nice. But definitely, what they showed me and how the organization runs things and how they're going to manage things and how they look at their future, I think it was one of the things that opened my eyes a little bit more. What they've been constructing and building to take all the way up to 15 years, 20 years, you never know. But definitely that was one of the things that opened my eyes more, how hungry they are to win a championship and to want to make a dynasty in the New York Mets.
Laura Albanese.
Juan, you had mentioned family a few times, and Steve, so did you. What about this organization make you feel that this would be a good place for your family?
I think, like I said before, the city of New York is always welcoming you and making you feel your family great. You know, it's a lot to do with that. But definitely what they show and how what they have and what they do in here, I think it's one of the biggest things for me. And when I see it and look at my family, I think they're gonna have the best time. And that's what I look up. What they show me, they always talk about family. They always talk about stick together and stuff like that. And that's one of the things that opened my eyes and in the side of my family and the standpoint, and that's when I start thinking about all the love that they can give me for me and my family.
Abby Mastrakowicz.
Juan, what familiarity do you have with some guys on the Mets already, and just what are your impressions of how the lineup might look with you in it?
I've been watching those guys across the field for a couple years. Definitely, never get to sit down with them or anything like that. Definitely, I talked to Marte a little bit in the off season, year past. But what I see from these guys, they are hard workers. They're grinding every day and they showing up every day. My personal lineup is really nice. I think we have one of the best leadoff hitters in the game, and I feel like we can even feel a little bit more, but definitely he looks really good so far.
Steve, you said this was not an easy process. Why wasn't it?
Well, listen, I mean, this was a competitive process. There were many teams involved, and it was hard to know where you stood, and it was a moving target, right? Things were changing by the day. And so, so there were moments when you start questioning whether you're going to be successful at this. And so, but in the end, I got the call I wanted at the end.
We'll take a couple more.
Hey, Juan. You've been looking forward to free agency for quite a long time now with a number of teams. Could you have imagined that a team would go to the lengths that it did to get you, both financially and otherwise, effort-wise?
For me, I really, they show me a lot of love on the standpoint of what they have for me and how they're gonna try to make it comfortable for me. That's one of the things that impressed me more, and how they're gonna treat everybody around me and my family and stuff like that. That's one of the things I was looking for. At the end of the day, you trying to be comfortable where you're at and have a good time. Money standpoint, definitely is gonna be there. It's gonna come. It's always great, but definitely it was really impressed with what they showed me that they can do with my family and stuff like that.
Last one is Manny Gomez.
Just first of all, felicidades, Juan. Secondly, have you been in touch with anybody from your former team, and can you share what those conversations with your now former team, the Yankees, and could you share what those conversations might have been like?
I haven't talked to any of those guys. Definitely, we talked to them through playoff at the end of the playoffs, but after that, I make this process. I haven't talked to any of those guys.
Thank you very much. Before we bring up the rest of the family for some photos, we'd like to have everyone gather, all the print and writers on this side of the stage. The TV stations will come to the front of the stage after the photos, and our Latin media will be off on that side of the stage. At this time now, we'd like to invite the rest of the